Thank you, Greenland Initiative. I still remember my humble self, Comrade Innocent Ndwanya. I'm from Anambra State. I'm the Deputy President, National Youth Council of Nigeria, the SSA to the Governor of Anambra State on political matters, and also the Director General, Anambra Youth Political Agenda 2021. Well, innocent is innocent, and there's only one innocent Ndwanya in the whole world. And I have my own belief about everything, about creation and everything. In fact, for me, you must not be born with golden spoon for you to achieve success or for you to succeed in life. Because even most of those people you are looking at as people that are born with golden spoon, we are not really born with golden spoon. People like Jack Rich Belema Oil from River State. He's from a poor family, but when he look at his family background and say, no, I'll make my family proud. And that is the same thing Innocent is saying. That Innocent is not born with even rubber spoon, but I'll make my family proud. Because I know. Because in my secondary school days, they say our motto was hard work begets success. And I keyed into it, and I worked hard. I got myself involved with whatever is happening in Nigeria, starting from my community Agulere, and thank God for where I am today. Ordinarily, people like us are not what merit. They're not what appointing SSA to the governor on political matters. I was a former SA to the governor on student matters before I was promoted to SSA. So nobody recommended me to the governor. The governor saw what I was doing. Governor of Anambra State saw what I was doing. And he said, this young man is doing well. I have to appreciate him. I have to, encourage him. And that is why we are where we are today. And we have started dining with those people that are born with golden spoon. And we believe that we will continue because the end justified the means. When I remember the things I passed through, sometimes feel like crying, but I will not cry because I'm a man. And our people say whatever happens to a man is equal to that man. So it's not easy growing up. My parents were peasant farmers. My late father, Isaac Onobi, was a fisherman, a professional fisherman. But thank God today I'm also a fisherman because I'm fishing people and I'm telling people the good thing about government and the bad side of the government. I'm an activist. I'm a political activist. So it's not easy growing up from such family when some people have interest that you go to school. There's no money for you to go to school. And you want to go to school. It is not easy. But we thank God because we have gone through the 3 walls of education, and we have come out with success story. So one of the challenges I have while growing up is I want to go to school. I want to go to school. I want to be a graduate. But there was nobody to train me, There was nobody. I'm the last born in a family of 5. There was nobody to train me. But I prayed to my God and I was consistent with what I was doing. I told God I want to be a graduate. For me, it's not easy, but, I got myself admitted into National Open University. And even at that level too, it wasn't easy. Paying school fees, sometimes you pay exam fees. During exam, you don't have money to transport yourself to the school, Sometimes you start an exam and, you write the first paper, the second paper, and the third one, you will not have money to go to school. It is not really easy. It's not easy. But We thank God because God has really done us, God has made us proud, and we are proud of where we are today. Because I wouldn't want to challenge my friends in the conventional universities, but I want to say there's no way they stand that innocent Ndoya will not stand and will not challenge them in whatever they are doing. Because the grace of God is upon me. I'm a destiny child. Those people that know me will really testify about this, and I'm an inspirator to Nigerian youth. Because what I passed through, it is only people like us that pass through it and survive. It is not easy at all. There was a time I went to my uncle who was a trader in Lagos. I told him that I want to just help me. I want to go to computer school, even if it's 6 months. My uncle insists. He said that I should join them in trading. I said no, that I want to go to school. And the day I left his house, I told him that I want to go and just pack my clothes so that I'll come back and start the trade. So when I got back, I didn't come back to Lagos again. That was my last visit to Lagos. I came down to the east and I started struggling and struggling till a friend of mine came. It was even a friend of mine, Barrister Chukwudo Njekwe, who told me that innocent. Yes, you are doing well in activism, youth activism. For you to succeed, you need to get education. And it is better for you to go to Open University. And for me, Open University is expensive. No matter how people see it, it's expensive because there is no sorting in Open University. You sort nobody, your exam is online, everything is online. So I thank God for where I am today. Well, for me, because politics has divided us among ethnic and religious groups in Nigeria. But in all, generally, Nigerian youth are doing well. They are doing well. I want to grade them 60%. Their performance is good. It's just quite unfortunate that some of us that venture into politics, most challenge we have in politics is from youth. Like here in Anambra State, where I'm leading this agitation that a youth can be governor of Anambra State. Anambra youth can be governor. Anambra youth can be deputy. Anambra youth can be commissioners, SAs and SSAs, even directors, board chairman. So in Anambra State and Nigeria, the youths are doing well. They are honestly doing well. But what they need to do is to come together, because our old politicians realize that if the youth come together, we'll send them out from Aso Rock. And that is why they have divided us, into party lines and, make us hate ourselves. But I want to plead to Nigerian youth to come together. Let us come together and take what rightly belongs to us. Because I can't imagine myself at this age I am today. Azikiwe was president of Nigeria, even our current president was a minister, and so many of them go one. Many of them were president, ministers, senior special advisors to the president at this age. And today, when you go to the presidency, you hardly find a young man of 35 years as a special advisor to the president. Everything keep on recycling. If the person that refused to go will plant his son or her son to replace him, you know, to replace him. So it's quite unfortunate, but people like us who are born activists, we have decided to take the bull by the horn, to do the needful, because it does not take 1 million people to change the fortune of a state or a country. So I want to appeal to Nigerian youth to come together. Let us have focus. Let us stop this religious and political division among us. It will not help us. We'll still remain where we are. Most of the politicians, they are doing maybe media aid during election. They will become media aid to so many aspirants. And immediately after the election, they will now go back and, bring their brothers and sisters to be their aides, while those youth that work for them during campaign will be discarded until you met that person in an occasion or event. Will now give you like 10,000 or 5,000 and say one Jisika, all those things. So, but I want to, Nigerian youth are really doing well. I'm proud of them. Nigerian youth all over the world, both those outside the country and those within the country, are doing well. But what we need is for us to unite as youth. Let us unite and move our country forward. We have no other country than this Nigeria. And I bet you the sky will be our starting point. Well, Anambra Youth political agenda is a purely youth agenda, just like the name sounds. It's all about the youth. It's all about the interests of the youth. It's all about what the youth can offer. It's all about the capacity of our youth, because our youth are capable and able to do and undo. If you are conversant with Nigerian politics, you know that most of the people that won election in Nigeria, even the president, were delivered by the youth. So our governor, the current governor of Anambra State, has done marvelously well, bringing us close to the powerhouse, to the corridor of power, and we appreciate him. And we said that the youth can be the governor. The youth can be deputy. Already the youth is a speaker of Anambra State House of Assembly. So we want a youth governor so that we talk like youth and we discuss like youth. We need a governor that, that has credibility, street credibility, and a governor who will be a street holder. So the youth political agenda is all about the interests of the youth. We are saying that everything, we are not greedy. We are saying that everything should be 50-50. All the political appointments from A to Z should be 50-50. Give the youth 50, take 50, because we cannot do without our fathers and our political leaders currently, whom we believe that they should be working to exit the political stage. So we say, okay, give them 50, give us 50. Let us all sit together and discuss the politics of our state, the policies and the governance of our state and Nigeria in general, because also I'm the Deputy Director, Nigerian Youth Political Agenda 2023. So, but our people say charity begins at home. If you want to change Nigeria, you have to change your state, you have to change your local government. So, we are starting here in Anambra State. We want everything to be divided 50-50. The youth can do everything. There's nothing the youth cannot do. In Anambra State, our governor has really proved to us that the youth are no longer leaders of tomorrow, but leaders of now. And our governor can now marry for us and also help us to, impregnate our wife. He has done the best he can do. It is now left for us, the youth of Anambra State, to take the bull by the horn and take what rightly belongs to them. Because if you watch most of the people who are saying they want to be governor of Anambra State, they started long time ago having different political appointments, and they don't want to exit the stage. But here today, I'm telling them that it is time to step down so that the youth can take over the leadership of Anambra State and leadership of Nigeria in general. That is what we are saying in IPA. IPA is not for any political party, but it's purely for good governance for Anambra people, especially for the youth. And when we're in charge, if we take charge of the state, our mothers and our fathers will be well taken care of, even our sisters. So everybody will be part of the government and the governance of our state. Our governor has done it, but he will not do everything for us. Let us stand up and work together and take over. It is not an easy process, but I believe one with God is with majority, because Anambra political agenda is divine agenda, is a divine mandate. Ordinarily, people like us ordinarily does not have the capacity to champion such cause. But we are doing it today because we believe we can do it, and it is right thing we will do so that tomorrow history will judge us. And like I used to tell them, let history be fair on us because if we can do it now, if we can do it and we succeed, we praise God. If we don't succeed, we praise God. But let history record us that in this year 2020, that some set of young people in Anambra State stood up and said they want to take over. Let history be fair to us. Well, I'm not a classy person, and you know that. I'm a street man. That is why we are here this night. But there's nothing a classy person that does that I cannot do. God has really blessed me somehow, but you know, it is for all Anambra youth and it's for all Nigerian youth, wherever you are. We have established IPA in Lagos. We have Lagos chapter. We have Abuja chapter. We have Niger State chapter. And we have representative of Hausa communities in Anambra State in IPA. We have the Igala, we have the Muslim, and all people from all walks of life. Anambra Youth political agenda is not about innocent. It is not my agenda. I'm heading it because if you want to talk about youth in Anambra and I'm not there, you know you are joking, wherever you are. So I brought the leadership of Ohaneze Youth, National Youth Council, Asatu Youth, the Student Union Government, the Christian Youth Wing, the Muslim Youth Wing, and even non-indigenous people in Anambra State. They are the people that form the IPA. It is not about innocent, but I'm championing because I'm the most elderly youth, and having attained the position of deputy president, I think I'm the leader of Anambra Youth. So, and the only thing I can do for them now that I'm the deputy president is to do this thing now. So it is for everybody, and everybody is free to join. If you are not executive, it does not mean you are not part of it, because we have IPA ambassadors spread from the three senatorial zones in Anambra State. We have IPA coordinators in all the local government in Anambra State. We have IPA coordinators in the whole political world in Anambra State, and we have IPA coordinators even in the kindreds in Anambra State. So it is not all about innocent, but when you have a good initiative, people will support you. So I want to appreciate Anambra Youth for accepting this idea of IPA, so that the youth will go into the powerhouse. So that when we are discussing, we say Green Land Initiative have been doing well in the area of sensitizing Nigerian youth and Anambra youth, that they need to be part of the government, and the youth will say, yes, we are aware. We will sign it. So IPA is for everybody. It is not for classic people. And that is why, as a matter of fact, we contribute. This leadership I told you about now are the one that are sponsoring IPA. No politician is sponsoring us. It is this leadership from the Youth Council, the Ohaneze, the ASATU, the Student Union Government, the community leaders. They are the ones sponsoring. Every month they contribute money to sponsor our programs and projects. So it's for all Anambra youth. It's not for innocent. Well, to me, there is no common Nigerian youth, because every youth in Nigeria have capacity, even in the street. No, we have street credibility, and it is the most credibility anybody will wish to be. When you are street credible, you are everywhere. You can be everywhere. You can be anywhere. So, to my fellow Nigerian youth, I want to appreciate you. Those of you in your various states that has took it upon yourself to champion the cause of the common Nigerian youth, like he rightly said. But to me, you guys are not common. You are super. We are super Nigerian youth. We are doing well. Let us come together and build a greater and a better country where religions will not divide us, where ethnicity will not divide us, where who my father is will not divide us. Because according to my Bible, all human beings are equal before God and Allah. Nigeria, a great country with great men like my brother Nnamdi Azikiwe, our father Shehu Shagari, our father Obasanjo, even our current father Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria is a great country, and I want to say that at the end of every tunnel, at the end of every crisis, there is always a success story. Nigeria will survive. No matter what we are passing through, no matter what we are going through, we will survive because we have been surviving. If you remember when Prophet Fela Anikulapo Kuti was alive, he said Nigerian people are suffering and smiling. That means Nigerian people are the most happiest people on earth. So, but in every generation, there must be issues. But I want to assure you and I want to tell you that tomorrow will be better than today. Whatever you are passing through today in this country, tomorrow will be better. The future is bright for Nigerian youth. But let us come together. Let us come together as youth. Forget who your father is. Forget who your mother is. Forget the position he has held or she has held. Let us come together and build a new Nigeria, because this is the first year of the 22nd century and is the beginning of new era for Nigerian youth. Well, the youngest president Nigeria has ever had is Goodluck Jonathan, and we really appreciate him and we miss him. Then the second president, youngest president we ever had, I think is Gowon. And for my governor, Willie Obiano, Abukodika Aguleri, Ebubedike Ndị Igbo, Atakata Agbo, Ofumba JNM offload. The only man that loves the youth, the only man who don't believe in class, the only man who believes that the son of a fisherman can be his SSA on political matter. I want to say kudos to you. And to whom much is given, much is expected. His Excellency will not fail you. Anambra youth will not disappoint you. We'll go with you where you go at. And we'll support you. And we'll also beg for more. More youth inclusiveness in the government and governance of our state. Sweetheart, I love you. My mother, my love, and my friend. I love you, and I love you, and I will love you forever.